Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for this week's video. I'm doing something slightly different this week. I'll save this week's progress pictures and combine them with next week to do a double set. But in the meantime, I got some lovely packages that I thought I'd share with you, full of all kinds of interesting vintage trims and laces and buttons, all gifted to me from some lovely people. So I thought I'd share with you to show. I know I love watching videos about this when people get thrift hauls, and I know that you seem to enjoy when I go to the thrift shop. So yeah, it just gives you ideas of things that you might have in your collection that you could use. So I thought I'd share. This lovely pile is from Carol Jackson. Thank you, Carol. She's already sent early in my Bits and Bobs quilt progress. She sent a couple of lovely woolly type trims, but this, she didn't send this for my Bits and Bobs per se, but she shared some of her collection for me to adopt. So yes, lovely. So they're included in this is some laces and ribbons and other interesting ribbons and cording and bling. Look at that with all the oh, my mind is blank at the moment what those are. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're screaming at the screen telling me what it is, and I'm sure I know what it is. I just, at this moment, my brain has gone blank. Yes, and a single version of that. Let me double check I'm still on screen. And some more like seam bindings and this is a I can use to cover again blank brain. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a binding. Tiny one. I like it. A good color. Some more ribbons, some thin ribbons, some silky ribbons. Oh, this is fun. Look at this. I love it. Some other ones, a red version of the binding. Can't believe my brain went blank on that. Some trim with the Canada flag. She's also a Canadian. More bindings. Some more cording in different colors. Some other trims. She gave me a package of vintage rickrack. You know me, I love my rickrack. What else? All kinds of fun buttons here. Let's get them from under. Look at these. All mostly still on cards. Some lovely vintage buttons. Love it, love it, love it. So pleased to be able to add these to my collection of things that I pull from to do creative stitching. So again, thank you, Carol. Lovely, lovely. Aren't these nice? Another pearl. Yes. Another metal one. And oh, look at this little belt buckle. It goes like, I'll figure it out. Here. Like that. Won't that look nice on a piece sometime? Yes. Yes, yes. And some little beads and here. I think that covers everything. Yes. Okay. I'll be right back with the next package. Now this lovely pile was gifted to me from Bridget Fritcha, and so much, so generous she specifically chose her palette from digging through her own stash for things that might work with my bits and bobs, which I'm doing in pinks and blues. So that's why, and creams. That's why this coloring is this way. So she went through and just decided she'd send me all these lovelies to play with. Trims, laces, all kinds of laces. So fun. My brain instantly, when I opened the package, had ideas and thoughts about a bunch of things in here, and who knows what the others. That is something to play with. More ribbons. There's a nice, lovely ribbon. Look at this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And if I don't use it for bits and bobs, which there's so much here, it's likely I won't, just because I'm so close to the end, I can tell you that there are projects in the future these will definitely work for, or with, in. So pretty. Love things like that. I just showed well, you'll see my progress next week. I just took a lace flower and I satin stitched around the edge to add color to it, and it turned out really nice. These are like actually pretty good, almost templates for you to stitch around, giving you the shape already. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? That one and that one and the one underneath. So if you have these kind of things in your collection, you can use them. Look at this heart. I definitely want to put that on bits and bobs. Isn't that sweet? You can take these and you just imagine new ways of using them. They can be trim along a line, but you can also play with them in ways that are unexpected, and that's part of the slow stitching fun. Taking vintage pieces, look at that, and repurposing them into something beautiful. Another one of those, and some more ribbons. Yeah. Pinks and blues. Blue velvet one. That has potential. I've added a couple of velvets now. Lovely laces. You can make flowers out of them. You can gather them up even further than they're gathered into like that. Stitch it and put something in the middle. It becomes a little white fluffy flower. Yes, my brain is always trying to think of things like this. I love coming up with ideas to embellish. Embellishing is so fun. Look at all these beauties. That ribbon is lovely. Some more satiny ribbons. I bunch of different satin ribbons now. I'll maybe make a cluster of little flowers with those. I have some filler places to fill that I still would like even more flowers than I have already. That's lovely. Look at that. Nice. These. Oh, beautiful. And she also, underneath here, gave me a selection of pieces of fabric, which is lovely too, because the variety, I'm trying to use a large variety of fabrics on my quilt, but in the blues and pinks only. Look at this. Is that not so pretty? Yes, so pretty. And this, oh, I have the perfect spot for this, Bridget. It'll probably be in next week's progress pictures. Perfect spot for it. And this, I love that. I'd like to think of something for this too. I just love the way that's finished in the color, perfect color. Let's put these here. And this paisley, which she told me is from something she made for her daughter way back when, well, a couple decades ago at least, is the perfect color. So I've got an idea to do with this. I wanted to do a 3D pinwheel for this quilt, but I just didn't have a fabric that I loved for that idea yet. And I think this is going to be it, Bridget. Then it gets to be featured. And look at these too. Sent me these to play with if I can. These pretty roses and flowers. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Thank you, Bridget. I didn't sign off earlier because I knew I was going to be in town, and I was hoping my trip to the thrift store would get me some things to show you. I didn't have as much luck today as previously. It's just a small little store in a small town. But I did actually get some really good things. This basket and these little baskets. I'm so in need of organizational baskets. So the perfect. And then I got another baggie of, this time it has both embroidery floss and that cotton thread. And the cotton thread is different than the last time I got it. They're different colors, so I'm pleased with that. And a couple of little wooden spools with what looks like embroidery floss on them too. I haven't opened it yet, so there's that. And then look at this. Some of you who watch my videos know that some of the dingly danglies for my bits and bobs is started with this pom-pom from a baby hat. And then I made a blue from some fuzzy yarn I had gotten last year, was it? But I didn't have any pink yarn, so I've been looking in the thrift shop for pink, and I found this. So I'm gonna make a pom-pom out of it. It's so fuzzy. So that'll be fun. They'll have 3 little pom-poms. And then look at this. This just kept calling my name. I put it back a couple times, but I had to. Look at the colors. What does it scream color-wise? To me, it screams ocean. Like, that's the under the ocean colors for sure. Beachy. But this is why it's even more interesting. Look what this pulls out to. It looks like netting, and this is the kind of thing, if you were going to make a collage of underwater, this thread or yarn or whatever it is, lace, I'm not even sure what it would have been used for, is just so perfect. And it's variegated. It's got all these colors, the green and the turquoise. So that'll be something fun to play with down the road. Absolutely. I'll keep you informed. All right, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'll have all my progress pictures for you next week for the 2-week stretch. And yeah, thanks for your interest and happy stitching.